Hey everybody, it's Sugar Bar Philosopher. Welcome back out to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another 460 Rowland video, this time taking a look at some hand loads with 135 grain Lehigh defense projectile in them. Should be a good time. Let's get to shooting. Okay, well, what are we going to be taking a look at today? Today we're going to be looking at some hand loads in 460 Rowland. 460 Rowland is a slightly longer case, slightly thicker web to handle a little bit more pressure than the traditional 45 ACP. When I seen a little bit more, I mean about double. And so we're going to be taking a look at that case and how it performs out of our FNX Tactical that has been chambered in 460 Rowland, out of our Ruger LC Carbine, which is also chambered in 460 Rowland. I've had previous videos where I was building up the load in it, and today we're going to be looking at some final results. We use CFA pistol, about 13.9 grains. We use this projectile from the folks over at Lehigh Defense, and we're going to see how it performs. Now, one of the things with 460 Rowland is oftentimes if you ever wanted to run a hollow point ammunition, a lot of times they just explode and don't perform well, because many of the hollow points were made for 45 ACP and they can't take the extra velocity that's going on in the 460 Rowland. 460 Rowland's a little bit of a misnomer. It's really the same size as 45 ACP. You know the old joke, you know why I carry a 45 is because they don't make a 46. Well, the 460 Rowland is the same diameter as the 45 ACP. Okay, so why are we going to be looking at this hand load is, again, some of the jacketed hollow points explode. This one is a solid copper projectile. It has those flutes on it, makes it look kind of like a Phillips head screwdriver, and it creates a hydrostatic effect into tissue. Why might you want this over a hard cast? Well, if you're ever going to be using bear protection, you want a hard cast. I'm not trying to say you don't. But in case you don't want as much penetration and over penetration, this might be a round that takes up a little bit more energy as it's going through tissue. It does that by its spinning and the fluting nature. Sometimes it does a little bit more tumbling than what a normal hard cast would do. That can be good and that can be bad. Sometimes wounding effects can be good when it is tumbling. Sometimes they can be bad when they deflect and they veer off course. Well, today we're going to be shooting it into gel. We're going to be doing some validation of the velocities that we're getting with our Garmin. We're also going to be seeing how well we can shoot it out of the handgun and out of the Ruger LC Carbine. Should be a good time. Let's get to shooting. Okay, well, I have this 135 grain Lehigh Defense projectile loaded up with 13.9 grains of CFE pistol. Let's see how it does. Hopefully I can find the casing. We're going to shoot it into just clear ballistic gel. I've got a lot of clear ballistic gel down there. 1842. I like that. That's about what I'm expecting. Where the bullet entered. This is the wound track. I think that's just fantastic. It's a fantastic job. Gets out here to about 22 inches. That's a nasty little wound track right there. Just a side view of the same thing. And so, yeah, comes in over here, goes all the way out down here to probably the 23.5 inch mark before it bounces back to about the 22.5 inch mark. Just looking at it from that, but just a lot of good damage in there. I'm really liking that so far, so that's pretty cool. All right, well, next up we have the Ruger LC Carbine, chambered in 460 Rowland. Let's see how we do out of a rifle. I was not able to catch any of that brass. Could try something different to try and catch it there this time. Went right next to it. 1981, so 1176. It jumped up a little over 100 foot-pounds. So that was pretty good. Unfortunately, I can already tell from here the bullet's on the other side. So let me try and flip the block and we'll see if we can see it any better. My apologies about that, guys. It's hard for me to put, I got to take multiple shots in the gel. There's no other way I can do it. I can't just do one shot in the gel and be done. I've got to take multiple shots if I want to look at the things I want to look at. And yeah, so sometimes it looks like this, but there we go. Looking at, this was the first shot, this was the second shot. You can tell there is more oomph, quite a bit more oomph just in the entry hole with it. But then when you come up upon here, look at that. It does look a little bit bigger on the right. It comes in on the right and the tracks kind of crisscross a little bit there. I think the damage goes out almost to the full extent of the 16 inches of the block. And then comes down around there. Let me get the tape measure and we'll take a side look too. Okay, well, you again came in on the backside, crossed over to here. That's as kind of good as I can get. It did a little bit of a tumble out in this second block and ended up at about 26 inches out over here versus the other one was kind of got down to maybe 23 and a half and bounced back. This one got and finished out to 26 inches. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's just take one more time. Look up at the top, see the two wound tracks. Yep. This is the one where from the rifle, this is the one from the pistol. Coming in, they crisscross. One from the pistol, one from the rifle is down in here. Okay, we have 5 rounds of that 135 grain. I really want to take a look at these cases. So you're going to see me watching where my case is going. I hope that won't be too distracting. I'll probably pause after the first one and just check it out. But I've got some steel downrange that we're going to shoot at, and we're going to hopefully capture some Garmin readings with this. $18.24. I don't know where that went. And you know, I felt something hit my leg. It's not in pain, but I wonder if the ricochet came off and hit me in the leg. We're gonna back things up just a little bit, everyone. Okay, well, I don't know what that was. I didn't find anything on the ground. I didn't even find my brass. So I have moved back way past 25 yards at this point. We'll see if we can hit the plate, and actually I'm gonna focus really on trying to find one of these cases. It's kind of bugging me right now. All right, I see where that case is. We got 1834, let's just pause. Okay, this is our case. It's looking good. I am not seeing any bulging on it. Closer look, let me know what you guys think. Is there bulging on that? Here's the primer. Because science is verifiable, let's try to catch another one. So try and see if we can capture the round, hit the steel target, and see where the bullet goes. Or the case goes. 1792, a little bit down. I know where the case is. Let me go get it. Yep, seems to be good. Seems to be good. Okay, and we're within the range of what, 460 Rowland is. I have other rounds that I bought factory that are, 963 energy foot-pounds out of the pistol. I've shot other, stuff that I bought the same with that. So, yeah, it's a spicy round, but you tend to get higher energy foot-pounds when you go with those light for caliber bullets, and that's what this 135 grain is. So let's finish out our group here now. We broke it. We broke it. Well, we didn't break it. All right. We just knocked the target down. All right. let's look at our average. That was 1766. So those dropped just a little bit off of the first ones. So for a min of 1766, an average of 1799, so about 1800, that's what I was expecting. Max of 1834. Average kinetic energy of 970. That was my target for about this. Was about 1,000 energy foot-pounds, what I thought I could get out of this pistol. Okay, let's move to the rifle and see if the rifle can take it. I've had so many issues with that stinking rifle. Polished a lot. Now we're going to start putting it to test. We've shot one bullet here, two bullets there. This is brass cased, hot air loads. Let's see how it does. Okay, we have the rifle up with 135 grain Lehigh defense bullets, and I am going to try to pause after each shot just to try to get a few cases and make sure I know where the cases are going. So let's see if we can get this on. All right, let me check it out. I know where it is. Brass looks good to me. Flowing, and it's a whole piece. It's not cut in half. That's a good sign, right, folks? It's a good sign. Very good sign. And our velocity on that last one was 2025. All right, well, that was a hot one, and it seemed to load it. Let's go to the next ones. Yes, it didn't catch that either. 2024, that's the same thing as it was before. It's only captured, no, it's captured two shots, so 2024. Let me check that case out. We didn't rip the case, so that's good. Well, let's see what this one gives us. All right, that one's gonna have a harder time. 2050, I don't know if I'm gonna find that. It went into the leaves. Yeah, I found that. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to watch where these go, and I'm going to shoot the rest. They're all kind of just going right over there. $19.77. And that's a lockback. $19.72. We didn't get any case head separations. Let's take a quick look and see what we're getting with our session summary. Min of 1972, an average of 2010, and a max of 2050. Well, we have these 135 grain. We're going to get our FNX Tactical pistol out, and we're going to see how we do with shooting a 5-shot group. We are at 15 yards, so I expect the group to be fairly big, but, you know, don't ever improve if you don't challenge yourself. I don't know where I put that first shot. But hey, let's just go down and take a quick look, see what we did. Ah, well, second shot went right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not a bad group for 15 yards with a, what I would call a Magnum pistol. That's what Tim Sundles was calling it the other day. So I'll call it the Magnum pistol. Well, with the PCC, I would expect that we can do just a little bit better. So we are going to focus on one of the other targets there and see how we do with that. All right. All right. Not bad. Let's go down, take a look. I'm only, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So not bad, not much worse than the other thing. I am flinching a little bit. This recoil isn't that bad, but every now and then this buttstock catches me at the wrong spot on my cheek and pinches me. So I flinch a little bit with that. I've got to get it, probably need to move this forward just a little bit, just counterintuitive, but move it just forward so that my cheek is resting on that part right there. Well, I thought those results are pretty good. The round is going what I would consider a true 460 Rowland. It's above 900 energy foot-pounds for the pistol and above 1,000 for the rifle. So those are all very good. I also think that it performed well in the gel in both rounds. Sure, there probably was some tumbling going on in that As long as the tumbling is consistent, that's probably not a bad thing and doesn't deviate off course too much from where you are aiming at in your target, right? Because if you aim at the heart and it tumbles and goes to someplace else, then that's not very effective round. I think that we saw a good terminal performance. I think we saw a good ballistic performance. I think overall it's a great round. I hope that someone like Underwood, hello Underwood, or even the folks over at 460 Rowland will pick up this projectile and start loading it so that those of you who are not hand loaders will have it available to you. I wasn't able to find any load data on this before, so hopefully this is going to be useful to others that are looking at load data. I was building up, and I wasn't exactly sure that we would be over or under in this final loading, but everything appears to be fine. All the brass, all the projectile information that I can get from my gun as it was performing well. I still felt like I didn't show it on camera, but I did have some footage of it. I did think that that the strikes on the primer were fine. I wasn't getting any flow back on that or dragging on the pistol round. So I thought all of those things were remarkably good. Let me know what you guys think, if this was is a good round for 460 Rowland, if this is something that you would like to see more of on this channel. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are and how it performed. Hope everyone has a great week, and let's get to shooting. So sometimes you think, hey, they finally did it. The old joke is, I don't carry the reason, you know why? Did not have my glasses on. From pistols to rifles, we'll take on the best. Okay, this is not going to work. We're going to have to put the rifle down. With revolvers and shotguns, we'll break it all down. The Second Amendment